is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. It is your boy Caesar. I'm here with my boy Jonathan.
What's up, fam? How y'all been? How you been, bro?
Man, I've been great, bro. I've been great, man. I've been good. I'm happy to do episode 2, like how we said we were. So I'm glad that we're back. We're back in the studio, and we're gonna kick off episode number 2, man.
Man, let me tell you this, bro. I told you I was gonna come by with the demo shirt. Look.
Oh yeah, you did say, yeah. Last time you were here, you said I'm gonna come back to demo. Merch, www.demofinds.com. You can see my boy Jonathan.
I had to rock it today, though.
Yeah,
I had to.
I did not make him wear that. Okay, he actually bought it and he wanted to wear it himself. Right? I didn't make him buy it, so he's not a walking billboard. Okay, for my brand. Okay, he wanted to support it. I appreciate you, man. How you been, bro?
I've been good, man. I've been good. Yeah, just chilling.
Yeah, man. I haven't seen you since last week, bro. How you been?
Fucking busy, bro.
Busy.
Fucking busy.
How you think episode 1 went? What do you think? Let's talk about episode 1.
Man, I think it was good. I was nervous. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I was a little nervous.
Yeah.
That was my first time doing a podcast like that. So,
okay.
I mean, I was nervous, but I got through it. I think you helped me out through it a little bit.
Nah, yeah, man. I think it did good. I think we're gonna get some good feedback on that episode podcast. So if you guys haven't checked it out, go watch episode 1. It is live right now. Go check it out. And yeah, man, you did seem a little nervous, but whenever I felt that you were a little nervous, I tried to reel it back to me, and then with the flow, and then hopefully you'll calm down, and then all right, let's pick it back up. But now you did good, bro. You killed it, man.
Man, I hope I did, man. My wife is like, "You're a natural. You can do this."
Yeah,
this is all you.
In the last episode, I did mention that you got the camera gift, bro. Okay, so when people say, just say, "Yeah, I know, I got the camera gift." Camera gift, like I said, it's just that you're comfortable. You're just out there, bro. Like, you're just natural with it, and it takes some skill, and it takes some time and confidence to be camera gift, because just imagine you like videoing yourself in like a Walmart, just like walking around with a camera, just talking to the camera. Like, that's back then, people didn't see that as like normal. That's just like, wait, what are you doing? So like back then when I first started, I was a little nervous, I ain't gonna lie. But now I just look at it like, bro, everybody has a phone. Everybody does FaceTime video calls. So it's kind of like the same.
Yeah.
And when I think TikTok kind of changed the game. Like, TikTok changed the game of people actually doing dances and challenges out in the world.
Yeah.
Like in places, instead of just doing videos at home.
You know what's so crazy? That I don't use TikTok for that. I use TikTok to look at like different cooking recipes.
Oh, okay.
So I love to grill.
Yeah, hey, shout out to Jonathan. He invited me to his house. I think it's been like 2 weeks ago. He invited me to his house. He was cooking some lollipop drumsticks.
That's chicken drumstick lollipops.
Chicken drumsticks lollipops with mac and cheese and mashed potato, bro. That mashed potato was on point, bro. I swear, it was good.
It was store bought, but it's all right.
So you didn't cook it? What the? Oh man.
Yeah, I didn't cook it, man.
Exposed. But it was good though. And the chicken lollipops too, man. They're pretty good. I think I've never had chicken lollipops like that. Obviously, I had drumsticks before, but like how you cut the around the bone and how you like sat them down. Like, talk about that. How did you come up with that? Like, why'd you decide to do it?
So I mean, I've been seeing video. Like I said, I use TikTok to watch a lot of like grilling videos or whatever.
Right.
And so one caught my attention. I saw it where this guy was just like, "Oh, we're gonna make a chicken lollipops." I was like, "Chicken lollipops? What is that?"
Yeah.
So me digging into further, I was like, so that's how they do it. So pretty much, basically, you take your regular drumstick, right, and you cut around where the meat and the bone almost is about to end.
Right. So
all you have to do is just pretty much take that area, you cut it around, and then you bring it down to where it just it looks like a lollipop.
Okay. And
then you take off the rest of the skin. Now, a lot of people do leave the skin on top. I decided to do it to where I just take off the skin.
Right.
But the rest of the meat, I mean, it just gets pushed down. But before you even do that, you have to make sure you have to cut it at the tip of the drumstick to make it look like you're standing it up.
Okay.
So that when you're putting it in the grill, it stands up and you're smoking it.
And you're smoking. Bro, they were good, bro. The marinade season was also really good. So,
bro, and I was gonna make my own barbecue sauce, but it was gonna take a lot longer, and I was like, nah, I'm already hungry.
So was that store bought too?
The
marinade.
barbecue sauce was.
Oh, okay.
The barbecue sauce was. The marinade wasn't.
Store bought.
Yeah.
Okay, so mashed potato store bought and the sauce.
Yeah,
You lied to me, bro. Come on.
Hey, it was
Nah,
quick and easy. I
yeah.
had a few people. The only thing that I actually did do was just the chicken,
Okay.
and then the chicken breast.
Nah, bro. It was on point. So yeah, man. Appreciate you inviting me over to your house that day, man. We had a good time.
I'm glad, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
That
I'm
was
happy,
good,
dude.
man.
Whole time I'm over here, I was like, man, I need to make a good impression on this dude because
Nah.
man, my cooking skills have to be on point today.
Nah, it was good, man. It was good, man. So yeah, man. Episode 1 in the books. I'm happy that that we did that, and we're now episode 2. And let me just pull up some of the topics here for this episode. And I know you probably have some topics or some questions that we kind of left a little bit untouched in the last episode because I didn't really want to get into too much of
Detail.
Yeah, too much details about the. I think you asked me about the jump of how or what made me do the jump from like quitting my job to like full time.
Yeah.
Bro, it just feels good, man. Like there's no thing better than having like financial time, bro. Like your time. Like it's just, I don't know. I just feel that I can do a lot more with my time than being stuck at a 9 to 5 where I was like in a little cubicle. And I just like it, man. And not a lot of people could do it, to be honest, because a lot of people are very just comfortable with their paycheck, right?
Yeah.
Me, myself, I feel that I have to create my own paycheck, right? So having a 9 to 5 job, it's kind of easy for people because you actually have like your manager or your boss like on your ass.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you got to do this, or hey, you got to be here. Hey, tomorrow you close or you open, or you have to go this, you have to go drop off this, or you have to do this. And I think once you become like self-employed, you become all that. Like you become your own manager, your own boss, and you have to motivate yourself. Like you have to say, okay, so today I'm gonna do this, and that, and you actually gotta do it because there's nobody behind your ass but yourself.
Right.
You get it? So that's how I kind of feel like it's a little harder and for people to be self-employed. But I'm always pushing that. Like I'm always pushing for people to like start somewhere, start small, do your own thing and work your way up and see where it goes, because you never know. Like the worst thing that can happen is just you fail, you go back to your job. That's how I kind of looked at it myself too. Like when I took that leap of quitting my 9 to 5 job, I said, okay, you know what, I'm gonna give it 6 months, and if 6 months this doesn't pay off, what I was doing with my business, and the worst thing is I'll start looking for a job, and then I go back. Right? Yeah,
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what everybody's mentality is whenever they start their own business. I know you had a lot of like a lot of disappointments where you were like, fuck, am I really doing this is what I'm doing, is this the right way to do it? Is I'm pretty sure you doubted yourself several times.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, hey, look at you now, bro. Like, you're already 3 years in the business already?
Yeah, 3 years. Yeah, well, in November 2023 will be 3 years. Yeah.
So I mean, look at you now, bro. You're successful. From what I see, what I mean?
No, I appreciate it,
you're successful. You got your own shop. You're making revenue.
Yeah.
You're not working for anybody. You don't have to clock in. You don't have to clock out. You pretty much, you go in whenever you can, but you still treat it like if it was a normal regular 9 to 5.
I create my own schedule. That's another thing that I want to touch on. I create my own schedule. Like in my other job, I was going in at 7 in the morning, so I had to wake up like at 6. Eat breakfast, prepare my lunch, drive, because it was like a 35-minute drive, so I had to be there at 7. I think we were there from 7 to 5. Now, to be honest, man, I don't really start my day until like 10 a.m.
Really?
So yeah, so I try being here at the office by 10 a.m. or on the road, leaving my house at 10 a.m. So like I still get to wake up. If I'm hungry, I'll eat breakfast at the crib. I'll drink some juice. I'll chill out, relax, and then I'll hit the road. But I try being out the door by like 10. Just not every day, but just days that I have stuff to do.
Yeah.
Then I'll be out by 10. Come here to the shop, or come here to the office, or I need to go to the shop. And yeah, because there's a lot that goes into like my shop, like because all the clothes that we get it from like thrifts, people bringing it in, or we go to rag houses, and we have to like wash it. Everything that's there we wash. So we have to go to the laundry and wash it, hang it, take some pictures, price tag it, hang it and stuff like that. So like that takes time, and sourcing the clothes also takes time. So it's not just something that here you go to this place and it's there. You know, it's a hard.
Yeah. No, I get you. You still got to put a little bit of grind in it.
Right. Yeah.
Now, let me ask you: in your shop where you have right now at Traders Village, do you plan on making it wider, expanding it a little bit more?
Yeah. Right now we are thinking about expanding to another location right next to where we're at. Right. Last year or the beginning of this year, I was very pushy to get my own retail store outside. Right. Like for example, like you know what I mean, like outside of the flea market, like my own store, like my own store, right? But then recently, maybe last month, I kind of changed my way of thinking. That I kind of want to just expand in Traders Village, be one of the big vendors there that sell vintage and sneakers there by expanding, because Traders Village already has the foot traffic.
Yeah,
you know, so there's people that they go in and out, right? Kind of like a shopping mall, right? So if you have a good idea, or if you have a good store at a mall, and you put yourself inside the mall, you'll do good, right? Because you have the traffic, you have people coming in and out and the mall, right? But if you go outside and you put on your own retail store, then you have to spend money on promotion. People have to know where you're at, and they have to go specifically
to that location,
to your location, right?
So it pretty much, you would just start all over again if you did your own retail store.
Exactly. So that's why retail stores is kind of hard. And I've seen on Instagram a lot of people, when they open their own retail store, a lot of them do succeed, but then a lot of them also fail.
Yeah.
So they close within 6 months, right? Because they lack the foot traffic.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of retail stores at what I do, sell vintage and sneakers. They lack foot traffic outside, right? So that's why we want to expand there at the Traders Village, because we have the foot traffic, like we have people there. So again, we've been there for almost 3 years, and we haven't never closed. Like I think the only time we closed was during COVID. It was like 2 months. Yeah. It was during it was like May and June of 2020, because we closed because the flea market closed, not because we wanted to. The flea market closed, so we couldn't open. But other than that, I mean, we've been open forever. Like we might close a weekend here and there, but we've been there for a while, and we succeeded because we have the foot traffic, we have the people.
Well, because it's nonstop people coming in and out.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's why I feel that we do good there.
Yeah, I think it's a perfect spot for you, especially now. Now, let me ask you: have you ever thought about doing a pop-up?
I in the beginning, I did do pop-ups. I did maybe 4 pop-ups. I did some here in Houston and in Dallas. When you say pop-up, do you mean like being a vendor at an event?
Yeah, just being a vendor at an event, or let's say, you know how most influencers, they do, like they'll do once a pop-up shop.
Oh, okay.
For like a weekend, and then they're gone the next. They're gone.
Well, something like that. No, I haven't thought about like doing my own pop-up or like joining somebody's event.
No, doing your own. Just doing your own.
Nah, I haven't really thought about that. Just because we don't really have too much followers. We're not known too much out there.
Bro, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like whenever it gets to that.
Oh yeah, definitely. When it gets to that point, then yeah, we'll be all over it. That's what I'm kind of testing right now with the giveaway, with the PS5 giveaway. That started as a testing to see who actually buys at the shop or at the website. So far we've had 98 people that entered, 98 entries. Wow. So yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I expected something more less. So it kind of surprised me that like, people are actually purchasing at the website, you know. Also because I've been doing a lot of promotion on Instagram. I don't know if you see.
Dude, I see your promotions all the time, bro.
So I'm always like uploading on my Instagram stories and reel and stuff like that. So I'm always like making videos, because promotion is a big thing, right? People want to see you promoting, right? So that's what we're kind of testing, to see what our supporters are at, see how many supporters support the actual store and like the website and what we're doing, right? So once we get to like a bigger point, then we'll do an event by ourselves, and hopefully that goes good. But I've done pop-ups with other people that do events. Like there's this locally here that they used to do a hip hop vintage flea market. They did Dated Faded Worn. It's like events. So it's like 40 vendors like what I sell,
Yeah.
all in one location.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah. So have you heard of like Sneaker Con or Sneaker Summit?
Yeah,
Or,
yeah. I've heard of Sneaker Cons, Hat Summit, and all that.
yeah, okay, it's something like that with like a lot of vendors,
Mhm.
but like in the sneakers and vintage world.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
cool, man. Hopefully next time I get an invite.
I got you, bro. You'll definitely be there, and hopefully we'll record a podcast, right?
Hell yeah, man. I want to do
Because
that.
you touched on it last week when we were because last week we went out to eat after the first episode. You touched on would I ever consider doing a podcast in the shop, right?
Yeah.
You asked me that.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good idea. I think that will bring like a different visual to the podcast.
I think it'd be different. I mean,
Yeah, it'd be dope.
it's pretty much doing what you said the last podcast,
Yeah.
where you're trying to do a, a daily view of your life.
Yeah.
So,
So I think that'd be nice.
I mean,
Bring
it'll be perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect
yeah.
environment.
That's something that we'll talk about there. I mean, I'm sure we'll get it done one time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I talked a little bit about myself. Now there's one thing that I want to touch on. We didn't really touch on it last episode, but you did mention it that you were a manager at a pawn shop.
Yeah.
Right. So do you have any experiences, any funny stories, anything people that try to pawn you like a phone charger or a microwave or something?
Nah, bro. So
Talk about that, bro. Stories are under there.
there's plenty, man. I mean, the one that I thought was really funny was this dude comes in, bro. Dude comes in, brings in a bunch of like, it's just junk. It's always really, it is really junk.
Right.
And he's like, I want to get like $40 for all of this. And like, out of all the junk, I was only able to see like a few things that the store would probably be interested in taking in.
When you say junk, you mean like tools, like scrap or what?
No, not like scrap, but like this dude literally brought like empty cans of beer. I'm like, bro, I can't do nothing with this. You can take. I told him, like, this is somewhere you can take to like a scrap yard and get money for it for aluminum, right?
Right.
But like he brought all kinds of junk in here, and I was just like, I can't. There's this one time this dude got mad because he brought in a piece of gold, and I think it was a dude. But
we don't know nowadays.
Yeah, we don't know nowadays. I'm sorry if I offended anybody. I'm not trying to offend anybody.
Right.
But this person brought a piece of gold, right? And we're testing it. So the way you test gold cannot be magnetic.
Okay.
So if it attaches to my magnet, it's completely fake.
Yeah, it's not.
Right? And I tell him completely, like instantly. As soon as I went over one time, that it picked up. And I told this guy, I was like, I can't take it in, bro. He's like, why? It's gold. It's real.
Yeah.
I was like, it's not real. My bad. It's not real. I told the guy, it's not real. It's fake. Like, I'm not trying to say it's fake.
Yeah.
But
it's not gold.
It's not gold.
Yeah.
And so he got mad. He was super, super mad. He's like, you gonna tell me my stuff is fake, this, that, and the other. Like, I'm going to talk to your DM. I'm going to talk to your regional manager, this, that. I was like, go ahead, sir. Like, go ahead. Like, do what you need to do. But, it's not real. But it's sometimes crazy, and it's sometimes still. You meet a lot of new people. You meet a lot of people that are down to earth. They'll, know, if they need something, they know that you got them, But
for me, I have a love and hate relationship with pawn shops, right? Because obviously, I love pawn shops because sometimes you can find some good deals.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have some really good deals, right? And I buy sneakers at pawn shops too, and I resell them at my shop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously. And so that's kind of what I love about it, right? You can find stuff for real cheap, and some shoes there sometimes they're good, and you can buy them and make $40, $50 off of them. So the other thing that I hate about pawn shops is that, because I worked at pawn shops, right? I touched a little bit on it in the last episode that I worked there at the warehouse. But when I moved over to the sales floor, I saw how, I don't know if it was like the district manager or the manager from the store, but I know it's a business, but sometimes pawn shops offer very, very low. Like, they want to get it for like the cheapest of the cheapest, right?
I mean, yeah.
So, and they kind of take advantage of the situation of like people that go and they need money, because to me, To be honest, if you're going to like pawning stuff, that means because you need money. Like you're desperate, right? You're desperate off of the money you need to make a bill or pay your car or your cell phone or something. So I get it, right? And they do help out. Pawn shops do help out, right? I just feel bad for the people that they lost a lot of stuff for like very low money, because like I said, I worked in the warehouse, so like I would see how much they would give them for that stuff and then how much we're gonna price it at. And it's just like sometimes if you miss a payment, like your stuff will be out like in 2 days or something.
Yeah, so it's that's a really hard subject to talk on, because I mean a lot of people have opinions, right? But when it comes down to stuff like that, I do follow, our system, and I go by what it sells in our sister stores or in within the stores,
Right.
around that area. So I'll be honest with you, man. A lot of people expect sometimes what they paid for, they expect that to get it back.
Yeah.
But in reality, it can't be that way, because we're a business. You know what I mean? And in that situation where, let's say I'll pawn my watch, right? And I paid $400 for it.
Right.
If I paid $400, I know for a fact I'm not gonna expect $400 back, because they're gonna have to resell it and try to make
they have
their
to
money.
make money.
They have to make money somehow, some way.
Right.
And I always tell that to everybody.
Yeah.
I always tell them when they come to me and they ask me for an outrageous amount, I'll be like, look, let's simmer it down a little bit.
Come down to earth.
Yeah, let's simmer it down a little bit. Let's talk. I'll help you. Just tell me what you're needing.
Exactly.
So whenever I talk to the customers that come in through the pawn shop and they ask, "Oh, Jonathan, I want $200 for my shoes that are worth only $160, that I paid $160 for."
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
It's not possible.
It's impossible. Why am I gonna buy shoes that are $200 that you paid $160 for? And you want $200, and then you think I'm gonna resell it, and I'm gonna try to sell it for $500. Like that, it doesn't make sense, So whenever I give them an amount, they get offended, and I'll straight up tell them, I was like, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm not trying to do anything. It's just you got to think about it like this. You got to think about it as in a business standpoint. Is that if you were running this business, right? And if you see this merchandise, and this is a constant merchandise that you get, and you're giving them too much amount, a big amount on it, and let's say they forget it, and it comes out for sale, and it sits there for 6 to a year, what are you gonna do then? You're gonna have to price it really, really, really cheap to get it out of your store. Yeah. And then all that money that you put into it, you lost it.
The store lost it, yeah.
You lost it. So you have to make it make sense for you in the store. So I think in that situation there, I think I am fair to where I'll work with you,
right,
and to where I'll tell you, okay, well, this is where I can be. I can't go no more. I can't go no less. This is where I can be.
Right.
And if that's okay with you, let's go ahead and do it. If not, you can shop around everywhere else. And if they give you the amount that you want, that's good.
No, it makes sense. Like my trainer or my manager, when I was working at a pawn shop, one time he told me when I was in the sales floor and it was my time to actually give loans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you always ask the question, like, are you trying to sell or are you trying to pawn it?
Yeah.
Right. And he told me like a little trick. He was like, whenever they tell you which one gives me the most, that means they don't care about it. Yeah. Right. So that means right there, you're trying to buy it. Don't give them a loan, because if you say, hey, if they say what will give me the most, if I pawn it or if I sell it, then let's say you tell them, okay, well, if you sell it to me, I'll give you $80. But if you want to pawn it, I'll give you $100. So they're gonna go for the $100 because they want to get the most, right? But for somehow that affects the store though. Like if it's a loan and they don't come back for it, then it affects the store, right? Somehow it's been years since I've working at a pawn shop, bro. But that's what he always told me. He's like, if you ask them the question, are you trying to pawn or are you trying to sell? If they say which one gives me the most, always try to buy it off of them, because that means they don't care about it anymore and they're just trying to get the most money.
Yeah.
So is that kind of true in the,
Yeah,
the pawn industry?
it is true, man. I always hit him with the, is this something you want to come back and get, or is it something you wanna you want to get rid of?
Yeah.
And more than likely they'll be like, I just want to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I know that they're not gonna come back and get it. So it's true, man. It comes down to it comes down to where if they really want it, then they'll remember about it.
Yeah.
You know, if they don't want it, they don't care about
it. If it's because, don't get me wrong, there is people out there that just need like that $40 to like complete the car note or whatever the bill, right? And they'll say, oh man, well I got this ring, you know, I only want a little bit, because I've had people when I used to work at a pawn shop bring in expensive stuff, but only want a certain amount.
Yeah.
And we're like, are you sure we can give you more? Yeah. Like no, that's all I need. I just need $40. And they'll bring in like a nice laptop or like a ring or something. Like I've had somebody bring a ring, and we tested it and everything, and they only wanted $40. Mm-hmm. And but the ring, we could have sold it if they lost it for like $300.
Yeah.
So, and I remember the lady was like, no, I only want $400. I only want $40. I'm coming back next week, and yeah, she would always come back.
Yeah. And that customer there, from what it sounds like, it's a good customer to keep. Good customer to keep, because you can always tell them, well, if you ever need any more, just let us know, because I can give you to X amount of dollars.
Oh yeah, it's like to increase their loan, right? Yeah. No, it makes sense.
So I mean, I always do that. And then when I first came back from you know, being in the insurance industry and being in the auto industry, coming back to the pawn shop business, I mean, it's way different from what I'm used to, you know.
Right.
When I was selling cars, I was always upfront and personal,
mm-hmm.
you know. Or when I was selling insurance, I was on the phone constantly trying to make my sales.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing that both industries has taught me is how to talk to people.
Yeah.
So, and how to actually finish the conversation to end up to the selling point.
Mm-hmm.
So all of that, I brought it up to my attention. You know, all of that, I brought it up to my to the management position
mm-hmm.
that I'm at right now, and I'm trying to, that knowledge that I know, I'm trying to spread it to them, to my
mm-hmm.
clerks, so that way they understand. Okay, this guy is serious about his money.
Yeah.
Like let's work with what he has and see how.
Yeah. So you brought that experience to the table.
Yeah. So that way they could see, oh man, this guy's a hustler. Like he
Yeah.
wants to hustle, and he's about his money, like, which
Facts.
is I am, you know. So I mean, you'll have your good days and you have your bad days.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have more good days, less bad days if you just take it day by day.
I had a good time when I was working there at a pawn shop. I mean, you always see some good stuff that came in, and I was always the type that I hope they don't come back for that, or I hope they lose it.
And you know what, man? There's a bunch of good stuff that does come in where I'll just be like, man, I really want this thing.
Yeah.
But I don't want to pay too much on it. But it'd be like it's a hit and miss sometimes. Like it's a hit and miss. But I mean, it's a fun industry. I enjoy it a lot. There's really nothing bad that I can say about it.
Right. It's cool, man. So yeah, another thing that I wanted to touch on was you mentioned that you're married.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to get into like marriage life or stuff like that, because there's been one occasion that I almost got married to.
Oh, okay. We need to talk about that.
Yeah, I know. So are you comfortable about your
marriage? Yeah, dude. Let's go for it, man. I'll tell you all the ups and downs. I'll tell you everything.
You think your wifey will be cool with it?
Babe, if you ever watch this, we're going to be okay with it, all right?
Shout out to wifey.
All right.
Yeah, man. So talk about
well, what do you want to know?
Marriage life, I guess. When, how, where, why?
Oh man.
So, yeah, Jesus, man. Hey, make sure you say good stuff. You don't sleep in the couch. You know what I'm saying? But
put me in the dog cage.
But if you want to tell me the real stuff, we'll cut it and then you can tell me. Nah. So yeah, go ahead, get into that, bro.
Man.
When did it happen? Like when did you get married? Was it like right after high school, or like did you wait?
No. So after high school, I mean, I was, messing around,
mm-hmm.
whatever. And then, I want to say when I was working in the pawn business, this is way before I left the pawn business the first
your
time.
your first term in the pawn, right?
Yeah, my
Working
first.
pawn.
Yeah. So, this pawn shop, this pawn company had just opened up a store, down on two, down on going towards 45.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, I want to be transferred there because it's a lot closer to my house. It's only going to take me about 5 to 10 minutes to get to work.
Okay.
Which is convenient for me. So I was like, I'll go there. So they transferred me there. I helped them open up the new store and everything. And we would get paid every week.
Okay.
And I was really done with my money back then.
Okay.
And we would get paid every week. So every Friday, I'd go to Whataburger and I order all my stuff. So that's where I met my wife, at Whataburger.
At Whataburger.
Yeah, that's where I met my wife. So every time I had money, I always went to Whataburger. She always knew my meal. She always knew who I was.
Yeah.
And whenever I showed up, she knew that, okay, this is him. I already know his stuff. I'm just gonna ring it up.
Yeah.
And he'll just pay at the window.
Okay.
And it was like clockwork, bro.
Yeah.
It was like I'd show up, and she'd be like, welcome to Water. They're saying, and I'd be like, hey, what's up? And she'd be like, oh, I got you. And that's it.
They knew who you were.
Yeah, they knew who I was. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all she had. That's all I had to say, and she knew, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. One day I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go see what's up with this girl. I'm gonna go I'm gonna go and just order food because I didn't want to eat food. I went in late to work, so I was like, I'm just gonna go get whatever and then come back and eat it.
Yeah.
And so I pulled up. Somebody else answers the intercom. And I'm like, hey, it's such and such there. And they're like, yeah, let me get her. And so she comes up. She's like, hey. I was like, hey, it's me. She's like, are we going to do the same thing again? I'm like, nah, I'm going to do a little something different. I ordered a chicken sandwich.
Oh, okay. So you kind of threw her off a little bit. Yeah,
and she's like, oh, and she's like, oh, we're trying to eat healthy today. I was like, there's nothing healthy about that goddamn sandwich.
Just because it's chicken doesn't mean it's healthy, It's breaded chicken.
Yeah. But no, she ended up taking my order when, I go up in the pay, right?
Yeah.
And then she asked me, is there anything else you want? I'm like, yeah, let me have your number.
Oh, there you go.
I said, yeah, let me have your number. And she's like, starts laughing in my face and closes the fucking window. I was like,
what? Damn. Shut down.
Yeah, bro. And then so there was other people behind me.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm not leaving until I get your number. And she starts laughing again. And then I guess from what she told me, she said, I guess she was telling her coworkers that I was bugging her about her number.
Yeah.
So she ended up giving me her number. And I want to say the same day, that evening, I called her and I asked her, hey, you want to go out to dinner? And that's how we started dating. No, so she's probably gonna hit me because I didn't explain this.
She's gonna say another
no
story.
So I started taking her out, right? And then we started going to Whataburger every once in a while. And then one time we're dating, but one time she was like, oh, let's go inside. I was like, all right, cool. But we didn't make it official between each other. We were just seeing each other.
Yeah.
So we didn't make it official. And we go inside Whataburger, and her manager was like, so what are y'all? And she turns to me. It's wife.
There you go. She knows you're talking about her.
She turns to me, and she's like, yeah, what are we? I'm like,
what?
Damn, she's going to put me in the spot like that?
So what did you say? You're like, so
yeah, I guess we're together.
There you go. Hey, there you go. That's how you get it done.
Yeah, man. But that was in 2014. I was in 14, and we were like, we made it official in 2014, and then so after that we kept going out. We were seeing each other every day, like literally every day. There was like not one day we didn't spend time with each other. I had already quit the pawn shop business. I was working in the car in auto industry.
Was it Toyota or Chevrolet?
Chevrolet. I was with Chevrolet.
Okay.
And so I was working there constantly. I was there almost every day. So whenever I had time, we would always see each other. And it was every day we would see each other.
Right.
You know, a few years passed. And one day I go see my mom. And I told my mom, I was like, Mom, like, this is it.
I want to marry this chick.
Yeah, my mom was like, well, you know, I'm okay with it. She's like, I'm okay with it, but you gotta talk to your brothers and your sisters because they also
did they like her?
They like her.
Did you bring her around the family and stuff?
So that's another issue. Like, it's not an issue. It's just more like it's tricky because there were times where, you know, where me and my wife would argue, or because of some dumb stuff, but we always figured out a way to talk about it and prevail and, you know, keep going.
That's good.
So we never let issues that were surrounding our families or my family or her family. We never let those issues
affect
us at all. So, you know, we pretty much kept to ourselves throughout our whole relationship.
Right.
But when I did ask for her hand, I told my mom about it. I told my brother about it. I told my older sister, and they're like, about time, because we were already dating for about 6 years.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we were already dating for about 6 years. We were already living together and everything.
Dang.
So
she's the one.
Yeah, and I said, yeah, this is it. Like, this is it.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah,
man. No, congratulations, man.
Thanks,
I never
man.
said that to you.
So funny story, right? Not funny story, but it's pretty funny. We were dating for 6 years. I proposed to her in October of 2019.
Okay.
Didn't get married until COVID.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, well, that's kind of regular. Like, when people propose, they don't get actual married until like a year.
Well, no,
right?
it wasn't even a year, because it was like a couple of months, because it was October 30th.
Okay.
Is when I proposed to her, and I proposed to her in on the Santa Monica Pier in California.
Cali.
Yeah, I proposed to her in Santa Monica Pier because I was helping my brother move from Houston to California because his baby mama was pregnant at that time.
Okay.
So that's when we found out that my brother was having a kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
dope.
So I proposed to her in October. I didn't get on one knee.
You didn't? So
No.
how did you do it? Just standing up? Like,
So we were at the edge. It is funny, bro, because you know how the Santa Monica Pier is like this, right?
Yeah. I've seen it.
And at the edge, there's like a break off where you're able to see nothing but the ocean.
Okay.
But there was people around, and so I had my original idea was I wanted to make a scrapbook.
Okay.
Of all of our pictures of just me and her.
Okay.
And me putting in, little cute stuff.
Yeah, like little messages or whatever.
Yeah, little messages and everything. And I had ordered it through Walgreens.
Okay.
And Walgreens didn't have the book.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my God. And it was like 100 and something pictures of just me and her.
Wow.
And I was like, I got to do something quick because we were leaving to California. We were leaving to California on the 12th of October.
Okay.
And we were leaving to California, and I had to do something quick. So while I was working on my computer, I went ahead and just did like a little pamphlet, a small pamphlet.
Okay.
With small pictures of us,
yeah.
And then a whole story.
Okay.
Like just like a little small.
That's good. So you had to improvise. Like,
yeah, really quick, man. And so it says, it pretty much said, I want to grow with you. I want to be with you forever. This is what I want. You bring, light into my life. I love you with all my heart. And then, in the back, it said, will you grow old with me too? Mm-hmm. So pretty much asking, will you marry me too? Will you marry me?
Nice. But you never got on one
But I
knee,
never got on one
bro.
knee, bro. And that was so funny because, like, I was nervous. I was nervous because I was literally shaking my entire time
Yeah.
that she was reading it. We were shaking. Like, I was trying to, like, dejarme de la adrenaline or
Yeah.
the excitement or whatever, the nervousness. I was
Yeah.
more nervous than excited.
Okay.
And so I never got on the one knee, but I mean, she loved it and she did say yes. Thank God. She
Okay.
took a minute though.
She
She
took
took
a
a
minute?
minute. She took a minute.
I've
But she did say
I've
yes.
always wondered, like, I've never been in a situation where I have to propose to somebody, right? But I've always wondered, why do we get nervous like that, especially after like how you said it, y'all were dating for 6 years,
Yeah.
right? So like I said, I've never been in that situation, so I might get nervous that day too. I don't know how I'll react, but like, why do you think, or why were you nervous?
Well, I was nervous one because, you know, it was nervous. It wasn't nervous like, tímido, ¿verdad? Like, I wasn't scared or anything.
You were just nervous about like doing it, like
doing it in front of
situation.
doing it in front of people I've never
Right,
met.
yeah.
You know, but it was just my brother and
Okay.
it was my brother and his wife
Okay.
that were doing everything together.
Okay.
So I had already told my brother before we had left for California. I was like, I'm gonna propose to her at in California
Okay.
at the Santa Monica Pier. That's what I told him.
Okay.
He's like, okay, I got you. We're gonna go. Like whenever we move all the stuff in, we're gonna go ahead and just put everything in the apartment, and then we'll hang out and chill and whatever. But we'll do the proposal the next day. I'm like, cool.
Nice.
I'm like, cool. So I mean, big shout out to my brother, man, because
He helped out a lot.
He helped out a lot.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's okay, bro. It's okay. You're good. You're good. You're good. You know. But after I proposed to her and everything, you know, we still were doing a lot more sightseeing. So we went down to downtown Los Angeles, the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yes.
And you've been there, right?
Yeah, I've been to LA.
Yeah, and so there's this store right next to, I guess, the Dolby Theater.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Where it's like flashing and
Yeah, it's called the Chinese theater, something like that.
So it's like it's flashing and it's there's like a time limit.
Yeah.
So we went in there. My brother's like, "Oh, this is where you go and you can buy all kinds of souvenirs here, you know, and all that." So my wife was still in shock while we were still sightseeing. I was happy. I was out of it, right?
Yeah.
And my wife was in shock, like she was speechless, like she didn't know what to say. And we get to the to that store, and she's like, there's so many things going on. You got a lot of people running in and out, doing this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And she's like, I gotta go outside. Dude, she had like a small like panic attack.
Really?
Yeah, and I was
Wow.
like, and because she was also sick, so she was taking like cold medicine.
Yeah, medicine.
So all of that was just like hitting her all at once, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, relax, breathe, take it easy.
Like it was too much to like take
in
in
all
all in
in
one
one
day.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, bro. Nah, man. That sounds good. Hopefully one day I'll have the opportunity to feel that. Like I said, I almost did, but it didn't work out.
What happened there?
With my what?
Well, yeah, you said you almost proposed.
Yeah, I almost spent like $4,000 on a Tiffany & Co. ring.
Bro, what?
Yes, bro. Good thing I didn't, because she wasn't the one.
Jesus.
Yeah. Nah, man. I don't want to get into too much of that. I don't want to say no names or anything. But yeah, I was in a relationship for like 4 or 5 years, and I don't know, man. It's just back then I was like a different type of guy. I was probably like, I think a lot maybe does have to do with me. Like I was probably an asshole to her a lot. But there was always a reason. Right, I wasn't just like an asshole because I wanted to.
Yeah.
Right, there was always a reason, and I don't know, man. She just wasn't the one. Like there was a lot of issues, a lot of problems, a lot of unfaithful stuff as well that happened. Like
Jesus.
a couple of 2 situations, which the first unfaithful situation, I should have been out of there, but I wasn't. You know, like I said, back then I was a different guy. Now, I think I did a whole 360 of my whole life of how I see, girls
Everything.
and stuff and everything, bro. It's just like, nah. If you're not positive, if you're not bringing anything to my life, just get out. And back then I was more like I wanted to hold on to something that was not for me. So it was very bad for me. And
So I think a lot of I guess a lot of men do go through a situation like that somehow, some way, right?
mm-hmm.
When you're in the bad, you're in the bad,
Yeah.
and everybody should spot that, but not a lot of people spot
No,
it
they don't.
quick.
Like definitely not me. Like, cause I stayed in that relationship and I was very unhappy the very last couple months. Yeah, I mean there was bringing back flashbacks right now, bro. It's
Damn,
just,
PTSD. My bad,
yeah,
dude.
bro.
My
PTSD
bad, dog.
shit,
My
bro.
bad,
Like,
dog.
no. And like it's been so long that I've thought about that because it's been I think we broke up 2016, I want to say, because
Oh, wow.
the following year I moved into my apartment. So yeah, no, it was 2016. Yeah, because 2017 I moved into my apartment, and then it's been a year before that. So yeah, we broke up 2016. But I mean, we were together for a good minute, like 4 or 5 years. Like the last year of high school for her. The last year for her for high school. So she was a senior and I had already graduated. So yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
man.
and then that was like just I don't know, man. I don't really talk about that anymore because
Nah, you're good. You're good.
it brings back like just bad memories. I was just in a bad situation there, and the only thing I do regret is not getting out of there sooner, bro, because there was a lot of situations, a lot of flags, like a lot of how when you have a gut feeling, like, man, something's not right, like something, I had a lot of those, bro, and I was still there, and
I guess you were just trying to make it work or trying
yeah,
not to see.
I don't know, man. It's just back then I was just young and dumb, bro. To be honest, man,
It happens.
it
man.
happens. Like, I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not gonna be the only one. So
Yeah, no.
It happens.
Shout out to all those men that they feel like they're in a bad situation, man. If
Yeah.
you guys are still grinding,
and don't spend $4,000 on a. I almost did, bro. It was a Tiffany and Co. And like you'll probably say, well, how do you remember it? Because it was a Tiffany and Co. ring, almost $4,000, and it was shaped like a little pearl, And I just have it so much in my mind. That's why I can like say it exactly to the teeth, because I was literally like this to buy it, just giving them my card.
yeah,
I had already seen it at the Galleria. I already had it in front of me. I was like, man, yeah, she might be the one. So I'm like, I'm gonna just buy it, I'm just get it and I'm gonna do it, right? But good thing I didn't, because 3 months after that, a big situation happened that I found out,
you're like,
and
nah.
not like, nah. And I still stayed there, bro, with her.
Bro. So
Fucking crazy. That was an idiot.
So you know how you say you were about to spend $4,000?
$4,000, yes, $4,000.
Guess how much my engagement ring was for my wife?
No idea, bro. Because I know engagement rings can go up to crazy amount, and if it's something like sencillo, like something normal, like not too crazy, it could be affordable. So I really don't have no idea how much.
Dude, mine was only like $100.
That's not bad, dude.
$100,
bro.
And-
what
and-
counts is
and-
just the ring, bro, and the girl, dude. Like,
So I had told my wife when I gave her the ring, when I gave her the ring, I
Right.
told her it's not the one that I wanted to get you,
yeah,
but it's something.
yeah,
So it's something, and it's not a real diamond. I'm just telling you that right now. It's not a real diamond.
yeah.
But so we got married. Like I said, we got married in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I upgraded her ring the year after.
Oh, dude, that's dope.
So I upgraded her ring, and it was the ring that I wanted to get her. The one that I wanted. The 3 stones. You know what the 3 stones mean?
No.
So the 3 stones mean past, present, and future. So you have the past.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much letting you know that everything that was done before us is in the past.
Okay.
You have your future.
Mm-hmm.
That everything that's coming forward is always going to be in the future, and the one in the future is always going to be the middle one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then you have your present, meaning that everything that's happening today is what counts. What counts for
Dang,
today.
that's dope, bro.
So that's the one that I've always wanted to get her,
Mm-hmm.
and like when I got the ring, I saw it and I was like, yeah, that's definitely it.
That's what's up, bro. That man, that makes me proud, bro. That's good, bro. Hopefully one day it'll come around. Like I had relationships after her. Just didn't work out. Especially now since I'm like self-employed.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is somebody right now. So shout out to a Chick-fil-A girl. She knows who she is.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So that's why when you said that your wife used to work at Whataburger, I was laughing. I was just thinking about her like, hey, the chick that I'm talking to right now, she works at Chick-fil-A.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah,
Look,
and that kind of happened the same thing that
oh,
that
shit,
your
really?
situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was working at the what she's worked. She still works at Chick-fil-A. She works at the outside drive-through when you take your order.
Yeah.
So yeah, she kind of said, "Yeah, is there anything else?" I'm like, "Yeah, your phone number," and she just giggled like, and she was like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, just give me your phone number." She was like, "Okay." So she kind of like did the you know how they have the receipts thing.
Yeah.
So she kind of hit a button and like
put out her receipt.
and pulled out like an empty paper, and she kind of cheek. She kind of just wrote it out. She gave it to me. I was like, "Oh shit!" That was kind of. I was kind of proud. I was like, "Oh damn!"
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna toast to you that one.
Oh yeah, Jonathan brought some brewskis today.
I had to, bro.
Modelos.
Couldn't go onto the second episode without a beer.
I thought you were gonna forget because the last episode at the end I said, "Yo, we gotta switch out the water to a beer." So I'm glad you remembered and you brought it this week.
I got you, brother. I got you. Salute, my guy.
Salute. Yeah, man. Let's take a first drink. There you go, my boy. But yeah, man. Shout out to Chick-fil-A girl. Hopefully she's the one.
Man, look. I can tell you this.
I'm kidding.
I can tell you this, bro.
She watches my videos too.
Take your time, bro. All I can tell you is take your time, get to know her, and man, you're gonna be.
I'll be okay.
Golden.
Yeah,
be golden. Yeah,
that's cool.
Just get to know her.
I don't want to take it too fast. You know what I'm saying? And like I like her because she has goals too to like be self-employed in the future.
That is.
So that's kind of what I see myself in a girl. Like I see myself with a girl kind of like a same mindset as me, self-employed, has goals, is self driven as well, bro. Because like now a lot of girls, not dissing the girls, shout out to y'all, they have 9-to-5 jobs and they're very comfortable, right? And I don't see myself dating a 9-to-5 girl because our schedules would not right, because on the weekends I'm at my shop Saturday and Sunday, right? And a 9-to-5 chick, that's how I call her, 9-to-5 chick. A 9-to-5 chick, they have their weekends off. So they want to go out and party and blah, blah, blah. And me, I'm working. I'm at my shop. I'm there Saturday, all day Sunday. So on her days off, I'm working, right? And then on my days off during the week where I have time, she's at a 9-to-5. So that's why I don't do relationships with a 9-to-5 chicks. I don't. That
makes sense.
I don't, right? Yeah. So I tend to look for chicks that have self-employed.
That's
right?
good
because we can connect,
communicate,
right?
Yeah.
But this I don't want to talk too much about her because she watches the videos. But
hey, bro, I've never seen you red, bro, but you're red right now, dude.
I know.
Hey, you got this dude sprung, my guy.
Yeah, no, it's just she's different because I mean she's just different. I'm not gonna get into it.
That's good, man. Hey, that's good. I guess the only advice that I can tell you, me being as a married man, is.
Yeah, give me some pointers, bro. Give me some tips. Come on, man.
I think just be straight up with her. Yeah. Be honest, and then if you guys have communication set, communication is always going to be key between the both of you guys.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I think we do okay. We talk here and there, like it's nothing too official. We've been on a couple of dates here and there, but I don't know if I want to make it official. Like I don't know. I'm kind of scared to
Scared of what?
I don't know, man. It's just what did you call it? PTSD?
Nah, don't have PTSD.
Yeah, a lot of PTSD from like previous relationships, bro.
Well, if she knows, she knows the situation what you've been through, right? And she understands that, she understands that situation.
Yeah.
Then she's gonna be that type of the person that's gonna support you and be like, "Don't worry, I got you." You know what I mean? That's what you got. That's what you guys have to understand between each other. Is that, hey, whatever you're going through, you can talk to me about. You know what I mean? And that's what me and my wife have. Like, we'll get mad at each other.
Communication.
We'll get mad at each other or whatever. I mean, there's been times where we've literally, stopped talking to each other for about a day or so. But we come
You guys
come
always
together
come back and connect again.
Connect, yeah. We always come back together.
That's awesome, bro.
And we always work out the situation, work out the problem, and we try to make sure that we understand. If I'm at fault, I'm at fault. If she's at fault, she's at fault.
That's good, bro.
But at the end of the day, we always come back. You never want to go a day without saying, you don't want to go to bed mad and be like, oh, I'm mad at you. Nah, because it's not gonna work out that way. Because you're gonna wake up mad. You know what I mean? You have to say sorry at some point.
Yeah, that's good, bro. Nah, man. Yeah, I'm glad we had this episode too, man. We talked about pawn shop industry. We talked about marriage life, relationships. So I think that's gonna be like the title for this podcast, man. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, let me see here. I got my little notes.
Anything else you want to discuss before we touch on my Lakers? Dang, hold on, man. Let me drink to that.
Jesus Christ, I'll drink to you because LeBron James.
Yeah, man. We'll talk about that a little bit. But what else you got? Anything else? I think I'm good. Like for this episode, I just wanted to freestyle it, and then touch a little bit about the episode 1. I think episode 1 went good.
I think episode 1's gonna be a good show to start because we did talk about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it was a lot, bro.
And you had told me it was an hour. I'm like, bro, it didn't even feel like
an hour. Yeah,
I thought we were here for like 30 minutes, and I'm just like,
I think this episode is more. I think we stuck to like 3 topics. We talked about the pawn shop industry, talked about marriage and relationships. So we could talk about something else. Like to make it 3 topics. You got anything else in your?
Oh well, yeah, man. I wanted to ask you. Did you have any? Have you had any vloggers? Come reach out to you that wanna, the ones that do have podcasts that want to interview you about your business or anything like that.
Nah, not right now. I did have somebody reach out and say that they wanted to come to the shop and record a video. I think he hit me up like last month. He said he wanted to come and just shoot some videos and shoot some TikToks. And I said, yeah, man, I'm always down. Like, I think that was during the time that I wanted to start picking up my YouTube channel back again. So I told him, yeah, man, come on down. Let me know. That way I can have my camera too. And then we'll do like a little collab. Like, like I'll put you in mine and he'll put me in his. So that's always a key, bro. Like, that's always, I'm always down to do that because it helps both parties. It helps like exposure.
Yeah.
So like his supporters, if he has his supporters and I have my supporters, just merge them
intertwine.
Yeah, you never know what can happen.
Yeah, man, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
So you know how you said you posted a video said that we have a few things in common, right? Remember when we were at Hooters?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so the one thing that we do have in common is hats.
Oh man. Fitted hats, yes, bro. I did touch on that I was really addicted to like hats. Not as much, but yeah.
So I want to start collecting a lot more hats.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude. Oh man. What's your hat collection size right now? How many hats do you think you have?
Right now I have 6.
6, like 6 solid hats?
6 solid, yeah. Solid hats that I can wear with pretty much anything.
Yeah.
And 6.
Okay. I mean, yeah, man, I just What do you want to know? Like where to get them?
What got you into it?
What got me into it? Well, ever since I was little, I've always wear hats. My mom always put hats on me. I think the first picture that I saw of me as a kid with a hat on recently was my mom put out this picture of me wearing a blue Mickey Mouse hat, and she was like, "Bess, you're always into hats." And I don't know, my grandpa was always into hats too. Rest in peace to my grandpa. He would always have hats when we go visit him in Laredo. He would have hats folded in his in the wall, right? And then he had like rubber bands to like make the OG curves, right? So like he'll put a rubber band, he'll put it, and then he'll leave it hanging there for a couple days, and then he'll wear it, and it'll be nice and curved. And I just think excuse me, all that beer. Let's take another drink. I think here, salute, brother. There you go. Okay. I think just me seeing him with a lot of hats made me love hats, right? And bro, back then he had like good hats too. So like now they will be like the vintage hats, like the Orlando Magic hat, Detroit Pistons, the Mighty Ducks. You remember it? He had like 3 badass Mighty Ducks hats, bro. I love the Mighty Ducks hats, bro. I don't have any, but yeah, they were like the snapback starter ones. You remember?
Yeah. I
He
remember
had a
those.
couple Bulls, Rockets. Like my grandpa had the OG of the OG hats of like vintage, bro. So me seeing him with hats kind of made me want hats. So yeah, I just started buying hats in high school too, man. I don't know if you remember, Lids used to have buy one get one free or buy
Yeah,
one get one.
that's
That was years ago, bro.
Yeah, that was a long time ago,
Lids don't
man.
do that anymore, man. Like,
Nah.
I remember back then, I could
it'd
get
be
a hat.
you'd buy two and you get one for like half off.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So it's just like how Foot Locker used to have a wall where it was like 2 pair of shoes for $80,
Yeah.
or 2 pairs for 100.
Yeah.
They don't do that anymore, man. Everything's
Nah.
individual price, even Lids, man. But hey, shout out to Lids though. Shout out to Lids though.
Hey,
like
I
it.
hope you guys can sponsor us
Hey,
some way
that would
somehow.
be badass. You see this empty space that we have here? I'm gonna see who wants to sponsor us, and we'll put something there, man.
Definitely, because we need to fill that.
Yeah,
that,
we need to fill that corner. I don't like that corner, bro.
it looks weird. It looks
weird,
off.
man. I know. But yeah, man, that's how I kind of got into hats, and also because I mean the Astros, even though back then they used to suck, yeah, they sucked bad. But I was always watching them. But
I mean, everybody who's a real Astros fan was watching the Astros
yeah,
win.
dude.
You know, from the '05 World Series when we lost against the White Sox to when we were losing 100+ games every season. I think me being a hometown boy. Oh, sorry, man, this beer.
That beer Modelo's hitting you.
Now, me being a hometown boy, man, I've always been like, I grew up here. I was born and raised here.
Yeah,
Did you know I was Salvadorian?
bro. I knew you were gonna bring that up, and no, I did not know you were Salvadoran. I thought you were full Mexican, to be honest. Like I told you, like that day that I pulled up at your barbecue, you were wearing a Salvador jersey, right? Remember that? You were wearing a Salvador jersey.
Yeah.
So I kind of, when I went inside your house, I was like, is he wearing a Salvador jersey? I was like nah, I don't think he's Salvadorian. Maybe he likes the team, right? Because I know I know people and my cousin that they wear Argentina, España, Puerto Rico and all that. So I'm like, well, it's nothing out of the normal. So I was like, maybe he likes Salvador. So when I went to the back and I sat down, I was still thinking about it. I was like, man, I gotta ask him, because like, what if I mess up and like say, hey, you know us Mexicans, and then he's like, I'm not Mexican, bro. I'm like, oh damn. So like, nah, let me just ask him, because I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to offend you or anything. So I just had to ask you. Like I asked you, right? Like, hey man,
Yeah.
What did I say? What did I say?
Hey, bro, I just need to ask, like, you're Salvadorian or you're Mexican? You're Salvadorian, dude.
Yeah, and you're full Salvadorian too, huh?
Yeah, man.
that's
My mom and
crazy.
dad are both Salvadorians.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's
Yeah.
crazy, right?
Yeah, it is crazy.
Who would have
Bro.
thought? But yeah, like I said, me being a hometown boy, I was born and raised here. I've always been a fan of a hometown team. Like,
Astros. And plus, you
Astros.
played baseball in high school, so
Yeah.
you were always into the team. So I knew you probably knew the team. Me, like in high school, I probably just knew the Astros, Yankees.
Yeah.
Yeah, just those two. The Rangers.
Yeah.
That's it. Like I didn't know any of the team, Giants, Brewers, or
None of them.
none of the Angels. Nah.
Yeah, man. I loved baseball,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I loved baseball.
That's what's up.
Yeah. You got anything for me, man? I feel like I've been doing.
Nah, man. We could just freestyle the last couple minutes. I think we did an hour already. So it's
Man,
been an hour, man. You want to talk about my Lakers or what?
let's. How bad did that happen to be swept at home?
I'm not gonna lie to you. My TV remote has seen better days, because I was like squeezing to it and I was just like hitting it on the table. It was bad. My boy LeBron needed that fifth ring.
He ain't gonna get it though. I think he's gonna wait until the son comes into the league.
That'd be nice. He did say that in an interview. He's like, yeah, to make it official, like him retiring and stuff. He wants to play in the same team with Bronny. So we might see that.
Bro,
I think he'll make it happen.
So
if it's anybody, it'll be him.
If you're a sports fan, right?
Yeah.
How many father son duos have you seen?
Not many. In basketball?
In any sport?
Nobody. To be honest, I don't. You?
Nobody. There was one
Who?
in baseball.
Baseball. Acuna Jr.?
No, you got Ken Griffey.
Oh, King Griffey Jr. Yeah.
And Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
his father and son duo.
Yeah, they were playing with the same team too.
Same team. Yo, that's
The
I
same
know
team
that.
too. So that's the only one that I can think of, right?
In basketball, it'll be them, right? If it ever goes down.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think anybody else. I mean, if we're wrong, let us know too.
Yeah, there's
because
no.
I mean, I from what I know in baseball, it was Ken Griffey and Ken Griffey Jr.
Right.
And then in basketball, I really don't know anybody in basketball.
Yeah, basketball. I don't know anybody about.
But I think this would be the first father-son duo in basketball history.
That'd
right?
be dope. I would like to see that. That would be so dope, bro.
And I think LeBron would only do one season with his son and then retire.
I mean, what if they win a championship?
That'd be
crazy,
killer, bro.
dude.
That'd be killer.
Yeah, nah, man. But it was a sad day. I mean, I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm a LeBron fan. So I've been following him since he was in the Cavaliers. So from the Cavaliers to the Heat to the Lakers. So yeah, I'm just a LeBron fan. I actually own a LeBron jersey of every team he played with. So I have a LeBron jersey with the Cavs. I have a LeBron jersey with the Heat, the black one, and then I have a Lakers one that I don't really wear, but because like yellow's too loud for me. Like I just have it. But yeah,
no, man. I feel like it's been a blessing for you, you know.
Yeah,
like a big blessing. And then now that you're doing this, I think it's awesome, bro.
Yeah, man. Like I said in the first episode, like this podcast is something that I've always wanted to do, but I just never actually found somebody that's actually down to do it with me. So I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're gonna do it with me. And I know some days you won't. So I don't want you to feel like I want you to feel like you have to be here. You know, some days you won't be able to, which I understand. And sometimes when we have guests and you can't be here, I totally understand, bro. I'll do it.
Yeah, no, like I said, I'm gonna try my best to be here pretty much every episode. Yeah. You know, whenever I do work.
Yeah, so. Yeah. 9 to 5.
I do work.
9 to 5, dude.
Nah, it's a 10 to 7. I'm a 10 to 7.
Oh, 10 to 7, dude. There you go.
10 to 7, dude.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I'm happy I'm here. I want to keep doing this, man.
Man. I mean, we're gonna try to bring you guys a new episode every week. I don't know exactly what we're gonna name it. I don't know exactly the actual days we're gonna upload, but this is episode 2. So if you haven't seen episode 1, go ahead and check it out. And yeah, man, I don't know if you want me to put your Instagram or anything on.
Yeah, no, go ahead, dude. Yeah. Add me on Instagram. Add me on Twitch. Yeah, I'm on Twitch every once in a while.
Yeah, so I'll put all his stuff in the description. So follow Jonathan's Instagram, his Twitch. He does do gaming, so we can touch on that in the next episode. Gaming.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, definitely.
And he also said he wants to do a YouTube channel. So once he has his YouTube channel up, we'll link it below, and you guys can start subscribing to his YouTube channel. Yeah,
and I'll start posting more videos.
Yeah.
No, I'll start posting videos because I don't have a YouTube yet.
Yeah, okay, there you go, guys. So go ahead and drop a comment, drop a like, and we'll see you guys in the next episode, man. Yeah.
Peace out, guys.
Peace.